London, my side of the bed, same sheets, different pillows. My side of the bed, same sheets, different pillows. With Chris and Alicia, what you want? Tell me what you want.
Hey guys, this is Jess Lee from My Side of the Bed.
I'm Tipsy Tommy from the best side of the bed.
Today's topic, we're going to talk about what if your best friend flirts with your spouse? How do you react? Who do you believe? Do you believe your spouse? Do you believe your best friend or a friend? And how do you react to a situation that you're put in like that?
How do you handle it?
How do you handle it?
That's a serious situation there, right?
Yep.
So, what would you do?
So, I'm free-spirited. I'm open. I understand a lot of people's personalities. So I feel like it just depends on the intent behind the flirt. So there are some people I feel like are naturally flirters. No matter if it's a guy or a girl, they just naturally flirt with people. So if I had a best friend, and I actually do have a good friend who I feel is a flirter and has flirted with you, he doesn't pick up on stuff like that. But I don't see it as a threat. You know what I mean? And I don't see it as I'm trying to take your man or trying to take your husband or whatever. But on the same token, if it got further and it was like I'm flirting, but I'm trying to take it a step further, I would definitely believe you and be like, whoa, your girl tried to whatever. I would definitely believe you.
So how would you handle it though? What would you do? What would be your steps? If you believe me and believe that your friend was out of line and flirting with me, how would you handle that?
I would approach her. I would talk to her and be like, look, that's not cool. We friends. Chris told me what happened. Like, what's the deal? And, I don't trust any of my friends. I don't trust anybody. I shouldn't say because people are human. You know what I'm saying? So to put a lot of trust in everybody.
Well, you never really completely trust anybody. You always
doubt.
You start and you can gain or lose trust based off of experiences. But me personally, I don't have no tolerance. So it ain't no friendly flirting. It's you flirting, we have a problem. And of course, right off the bat, I'm gonna believe my wife. I'm gonna ask, But then again, if I've been friends with this guy for 40 something years, and then we've only been married for a month, and it's never happened before. I'm like, okay, tell me what happened. Give me more details, and then I can do my own investigation. But me, I don't have no tolerance, and I got to see whoever my friend is and be like, man, what the fuck, man? What are we doing here?
Right.
Is this how it's gonna go down? So because I feel like I don't know if it's a man thing or it's like as soon as your spouse tells you something, I'm supposed to protect you. I'm feeling like if you told me, you're telling me for a reason. You're telling me because you felt uncomfortable. Hopefully that would make you uncomfortable.
Right.
If that shit made you comfortable, then we got other issues.
Right.
But, and I feel like I have to handle that, but there's also, you can be in a relationship or a spouse and someone use that against you. They know that you're, feel very protective of your spouse. So maybe they were the one doing the flirting, and then to offset things, they say, oh, he was flirting with me. So now you instantly, jump at your friend. And if that had never happened before, then, now everybody's under investigation.
Right.
Now I gotta, pull out the tape. I gotta watch the tape now. Now I need to see what really went on. But
and now that you're talking, in my mind, I'm thinking, like realistically, if you came to me and was like, your friend was flirting, she crossed the line, she tried to sleep with me, like I think I would have more of a conversation with you to be like, okay, how are we going to handle this? Do we both approach her Was it something that, and I'm not like putting the blame on you. Was there something that you gave off to make her feel comfortable enough to say whatever she said to you? So I think it is definitely communication. Like communication is number one. You have to have that communication between each other, and then approach it. How are we going to approach this together? Was it to the point where it can't be resolved, where I'm no longer going to be her friend, she's no longer going to be welcome in our house because of this? Or is it, was it a misunderstanding? Was it, it just could be anything. I think it's like communication, because I wouldn't want a 40-year friendship to be ruined because of a misunderstanding.
Right. Not over a misunderstanding, but also it wouldn't be your fault if the friendship ended. It would be that person who ruined a 40-year friendship.
Absolutely, I agree with
that. Being inappropriate.
Yeah.
And some things are just inappropriate. They may seem harmless, but it's just inappropriate. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
All right.
Agree.
How many more times you gonna tell me my girl got a fat ass? All right. First time, like, yeah, cool. But second time,
too much locker room
talk. Come on, bro. We got a problem now. Right. Stop looking at my wife's ass. But with that, give us your thoughts. Tell us how you would handle it. What would you do? How would you respond? And who would you believe? Hit us up on Instagram, my side of the bed _. Hit us up on Facebook, my side of the bed, or email, same sheets, different pillows.
Gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Yes. We were fortunate enough to talk to another couple, Larry and Tina. Wow. That was a conversation. That was an amazing conversation.
It was good. It was interesting. It was interesting. It was good.
It was good. They gave some insight as well as an experience that they had with that same topic. So it was awesome. So after this, it's going to lead right into our conversation with them. Hit us up, give us your feedback. And also, this is how we're doing our topics now. So send us an email or hit us up in the DM on Facebook, Instagram. And if you have a topic idea, we'll discuss it. Let's talk. That's what we're here for. My side of the bed. We're building a network here, friends and couples. So
yes,
feel free to reach out to Chris and Leisha, and we'll see y'all on the next video. All right, cool. All right. Well, first, cheers. We're gonna, we get the party started and all our shows. With my name is Tipsy Tommy. So. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to My Side of the Bed with Chris and Leisha, where we like to bring couples in, and we found through our relationship that we don't have all the answers to relationship issues, questions, scenarios, whatever. But through our network of friends and their relationships, you may have the answer for somebody else, right? So that's why we decided to create this network of couples, like-minded couples, because just like a village, it takes a group of like-minded couples to strengthen a relationship. Like if I'm going through a hard time in my relationship, I need to be able to lean on somebody who understands, the commitment in a relationship to say, hey, bro, be strong. Maybe try this or try that. So that's where we created My Side of the Bed, right? So welcome. This is Larry. I used to be in the Army with him, and his beautiful wife, Tina.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Can you tell people a little bit about yourself, about you guys?
Go for it. You start. Miss Tina Bina. That's what I call her, Miss Tina Bina. That's her name to me, so go for it.
So I'm a native Floridian, born in Miami and raised mostly in Palm Beach County. Worked all my life doing all sorts of different things, and then came across this guy a few years back, and now here I am, a stay-at-home mom and wife. Never thought I would be flashed back into 1952, but here I am doing laundry and cooking dinner every day and taking care of my son. So
I wish you wouldn't say it that way, because I remember she was working and she was working every day. And of course I was flying, and I'll get into who I am in a minute here.
It's not a negative thing. It's a
But
positive.
I remember just looking at her and going, man, I don't see you because of my job. So let me get into that. I'm Larry. No, Mr. Chris, Mr. Hayes, forever and a day,
cut
right?
A lot of this.
No, man, you're gonna have to cut this. See,
So we're good.
so so we've known each other forever and a day in the military, and I got out of the military and didn't know what I was gonna do with my life, and I thought about it for 2 years, did some dumb stuff. I'll keep it PG for you guys. It's gonna be real hard for me. I hope you know that. But I did some dumb stuff for a couple years, and then I decided, like, I'm gonna go fly airplanes. Seemed like an easy job, way to make some decent money and go still travel, you know? And I love traveling. I've done that my whole life. I've been a military brat my whole life. So I did that. Well, next thing you know, I run into Miss Tina Bina. When I run into her, we eventually start dating. And when we start dating, it was really depressing to be gone all the time and not see her when I was home for the few days I was home. You know, I'm gone forever. I'm home for a few days and then she's working. Mm-hmm. When do we get to spend time together? And I was fortunate enough to make enough money to provide for both of us. And I said, you know what? I don't want you to work. I want you to be home. Can I speak frankly? Are we,
yes, that's what we're here for. Yes.
You know, she's not my bitch, you know, like you need to be here when I'm home. No,
definitely not.
But I want to see you. I want to see you when I'm home. On the few days I'm home, I want to be able to spend time with you and do stuff with you. And so I asked her, I said, look, if you want to work, please keep working. But if you don't, you're free to not work, you know, that way when I come home, you're home. And she said, okay. And she did that. And you know, it's been an adjustment.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Definitely.
Between then and now, I mean, I think now we have it dialed in, you know, and like she said, now I'm the home, you know, I cook, I clean it. And I don't expect that. I don't, but I love it. And that's what she does. She does. The house is clean. The clothes are clean. Tyler's taken care of. And it's a job in itself. And I understand that. And I respect that, you know,
it is a job.
But I love the fact that when I come home, we have the opportunity to do what we're doing tonight. And that is going on a staycation. You know, we came up here, we drove an hour north just to be by ourselves, doing the same thing we could do at home, but we're doing it here, just by ourselves in a hotel. No cooking, no cleaning, going out to eat, spending, how much was it? Which was ridiculous.
Like $150 for dinner.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's a good dinner. Right. That's a tomahawk steak.
That's bullshit. If you want to know the honest truth, that's bullshit. That's because they know these people over here have lots of money. Yeah, you know. So, but anyway, the point is that it's nice. So I'm gonna stop rambling because I know it's a conversation, not a one-sided story here. But so that's me. You know, I'm Lair Bear. You know that. Nobody ever. I shouldn't have said that.
No, you just gave it away.
Lair Bear and Tina Bina.
I was just about to say that, Lair Bear and Tina Bina.
We're good.
Anyway, so there we are. So what's up, man?
That's awesome. So we have a topic, right? And our topic is one that someone emailed to us. So our email is samesheetsdifferentpillows@gmail.com.
Okay.
So we take these suggestions from people, and someone sent this one to us, and we was like, this is an awesome topic. Your best friend flirts with your spouse. Who do you believe? How do you handle it?
Okay.
What do you guys got?
So, okay. Well, we talked, first of all, I will say we talked about this on the way up. We talked about it when you first proposed it to us, you know, and we talked about it on the way up here. And of course you know, at the end of the day, any question that anybody asks there's a million answers to it. I mean, really, you could say you love her, but you don't love her. What do you have to say about that? I mean, come on, we just go all day long about that. So even like she looked at me and goes, well, that really depends on your relationship.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Because of who we are and who anybody else is in this world, it really depends. But I said, okay, fine, let's approach it at raw negative. And that is, this is happening. Do you want to go? You know what? Go.
Yeah.
So I would say, if I'm speaking from my own personal experience, I've had the same best friend since I was 8 years old. A miracle that her and I have never crossed that line with each other as far as boys go, or men, or whatever. Like, her and I have always had a strict hard line on that, and neither one of us have ever crossed it. So if he were to come to me and say, "Hey, Carrie did such and such," I'd be like, "Really?" Because I've known her for 35 years and this has never happened.
What
You
names?
know what I mean? I didn't say last names.
All right.
Anyways, so I'll watch names on the next scenario. But so that would be a little bit difficult for me to, I'm like, her and I have never had this problem when it comes to guys. But if the tables were turned and I were to go to him and say, "Hey, your best friend hit on me," I feel like that would be different.
Okay. Well, I will tell my story. So I have a friend that's a very good friend, and I don't think it's fair to go into exacts because I don't really know the exacts. I was told the story. And basically, she, the wife, called and said, "I need some help." And he, good friend, very good friend, said, "Here I come to save the day." Right? And he did that. He saved the day. And I'm very appreciative of it. And it was all good. And somehow, somewhere at home, there was something about grabbing some boobs and wanting to get up under there and get some. And she said, "Okay, fine." And that's what he got to do.
This was his previous wife, not me.
Okay.
I wanted to clarify that.
I thought
I was like,
It's not me.
her side.
This is not me.
Okay, my story. I got my stories mixed up. I'm sorry. I thought this was you.
Not me. You knew it wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you. Anyway, so the point is, so all of a sudden, she, the ex-wife, brings it to me and says, "Yeah, your boy, this is a perfect this, that, and the other." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, come on, man." No. She's like, "Yeah." Okay. So I confronted him. I said, "Hey, man, did you this, that, and the other?" He's like, "Well, yeah." He tried to kind of twist it around. He tried to say, well, I give him mad respect that he said, yes, this is what happened. He did do it. I'm like, oh. Now I know her and I know him. So it did happen. My problem, and this is what Tina and I talked about on the way down here, or on the way up here tonight, was that at the end of the day, to do something behind somebody's back is just wrong. Mm-hmm. We, as you guys now know, we're a pretty open couple about things, but we don't do shit behind each other's back. I mean, really, right. In this day and age, if a good friend of mine came to me and said, "Man, girl, your wife, dude, she's like hot," and I just want to, like, "Okay, what are you trying to say?" "Hey, man, do you mind, like, if, can we, go out, or can we, anything, no matter what it is, talk to me." But the minute you do some shit behind my back, at the end of the day, that is not cool, period. Right. So what happened with my story was just not cool because you did it behind my back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Little do you know, you could have said something. I might have said, "I don't care. It's up to her. If she says it's okay, then go for it." Right. You got my permission. It's no different than saying, "Sir, can I ask your daughter for her hand in marriage? Or can I go out with your daughter tonight?" It's being respectful and saying, "I would like to take something that is yours," basically. While I don't think Tina's not, I don't own her, but but we are together. Something that is yours. Can I partake in that?
Can I be a part of your commitment? Basically, Like she's
yeah,
not yours, but the commitment is yours.
Mhm.
yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
So he wanted to be part of the commitment, however, grabbing titties was, but did he,
Well,
he grabbed her titties?
yeah. I even asked her. I go, so wait, he went up under your shirt? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, to me, that was so weird. Like, so what? Did he just like come behind you, like get up in there and be like, oh yeah? I'm like, that, like what? Like that satisfied him, Obviously, I guess. And I'm like, okay. Which I think personally, I think there was probably more that was trying to be done.
Mhm.
This was a lead in to something.
Mhm.
And if he got that okay, well, hey, but it was still behind my back. Nobody ever said a word to me. Now, I don't blame her. I actually blame him because she was put on the spot. She could have said no. And then she could have talked to me, but that would have ruined that moment. I was gone. I was gone. I was away. So I do understand that when you're put on the spot and somebody says, hey, right now, what you going to do? Let me talk to him. Well, by the time you do that, this moment's gone.
I think it was kind of a dick move on his part because he went out. Wasn't her car broke down or something?
It was broke down like way far away, like 50,
her car
60
was
miles
broke
away.
down. Larry was out of town. Her husband at the time, Larry, was out of town. They enlist this best friend to come help her. And then he sees that opportunity. That's like hashtag me too all freaking day if I've ever heard it. Like you've got this woman in this situation where she needs help from a man.
Yeah.
And then he took advantage of that situation. So I probably would have injured him in some way. Not to incriminate myself, but
Larry, you better than me, man. So I'd have had to put some hands on that dude, man. But it's not so much of I understand what you're saying is behind your back, but bro,
he had to know she would say something.
And she did, and I respected that. Like Tina and I, which we tell people all the time. I hope we talk, and we do. Mm-hmm. No matter what happens, we talk. The dirt, everything, we talk. And I think a lot of people don't expect that. They expect a lot of couples to be like, not gonna say shit. If something happens, like, no, that is not how we parlay. No, sir, no, ma'am. Yeah. We do not. We talk. And then come find out, like, what? Sometimes like, what? Be it her, be it me. I'm like, oh man, fuck. And then what do you do? How do you handle that? And I will say, Chris, like you were just saying that how you would have put hands on him. He's been a friend for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to ruin that friendship.
He did. He ruined that friendship. You didn't.
I know, but I think if you want to know the truth, I think that this is a subject for a different storyline. Mm-hmm. When this happens, then what? So I don't want to go off on this because your initial question was, what do you do? When someone,
who do you believe?
Yeah. We talked about that. Like, what if all of a sudden I went, what? And if she says something like, where's the proof?
Right.
Because it's easy to ask that question. So if I've known you for 2 months and I've known her for 30 years, when she says something, of course I believe her. But if he comes to me and says, dude, your girl, man, was hitting on me last night. No. What? Hey, were you hitting on him last night? No. Okay. Somebody's lying.
Yeah.
Right.
So who? So, I mean, do I just blindly? And I've always told people, if you just blindly believe, you know what? I've known you longer. I got you. Fuck you. No, you're wrong. You're stupid. You don't do that. Mm-hmm. You have to investigate. You have to do your homework. And when people say, oh my God, you don't believe me, you don't trust me, get the fuck out of here. Come on. I mean, if somebody came at me, I trust Tina. Man, I can't even begin to tell you how much I trust Tina. Mm-hmm. And how I don't trust anybody in this world. Mm-hmm. Anybody. Everybody everybody starts with a level of trust. and then it grows or shrinks, but never is there, what's the word?
Absolute trust.
Yes, essentially, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she has it with me. She does. Tina knows everything about me. If there's anything to know in my life, if you look up anything, you will never find anything about me that she doesn't already know. And we went through that. We sat down one night and we talked. You know everything. There are no hidden secrets. There is no nothing. Nobody, there's no divide and conquer with us. You can go fuck off if you think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really, she could do some fucked up shit, and I've done plenty of fucked up shit, and we'll deal with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think you're going to get in the fucking way of our marriage, deuces right to you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't have that, and that's unfortunate. Dude, I've been married 3 times before. I've lived it. I know it. It's unfortunate. And how do we get people to understand that there's a better way of marriage? So, but I don't want to. I don't want to. You know me. I can go so way off.
Hijacking the storyline, man.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But you know, the whole point is that you when you get in, you have to know and you have to claim where you're at in your relationship.
Right.
And fuck you if you don't. If you're gonna stand there and try and blame it on somebody else. Out of here. You know whether you really love this person, whether you really appreciate this person.
I'd like to hear what their opinion on the topic is.
You're
getting way off track.
I just took a breath.
Well, if
I'm sorry,
I know
man.
if it happened with me, if my best friend, you know, she came to me and was like, "Hey, man, your boy tried to holler at me." I gotta go see him because I'm gonna trust my wife.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
friend or not, I'm going to trust my wife, and I'm going to ask you. And like you said, if they both of you say no, now I need to investigate and move forward. But I tell you what, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on everything from that point forward.
Yes.
But
yes.
also, if you don't tell me and think, oh, well, I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to, mess up a friendship. Now I'm gonna have a problem with you because you didn't tell me.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Well, hold on. Alicia. Wait, Alicia, you've been real quiet. What's going on?
She's trying to talk right now. And
No. I've been looking at her the whole time.
I've been agreeing with you guys. I agree. So my thing is, if Chris comes to me, just like he said, I'm going to trust him first. But I think I'm more, and it really depends on, like, what do you really consider like crossing a line as flirting? Because I think people can flirt, like a friendly flirt, and I'm not bothered by that. You know what I mean? So like,
oh yeah. We do it all the time.
Chris he has his blinders on. And I told him when we first talked about this, I was like, one of my friends flirt with you all the time. He's like, what? And I'm like, I see it. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, but to me, I just like, that's how she's always been. Like, she flirts with every man that walks in the room. You know what I mean? So it's like, I expect nothing less from her, but I expect him to conduct himself as, I'm not going to reciprocate that flirt. But if he came at me and was like, look, your girl took it a step further and was like really trying to get at me, then I got a problem with her. Like, we're going to have to handle that. But I would trust you over anybody. And like you said, if something happened, if they did come at you and you didn't say anything to me, then to me that's some underlying
then there's a problem, and that's totally right. I mean, it's amazing how many people don't see it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're talking this way. I think we both have good relationships, and there it is. But there are so many people who have no trust in who they're with. They're with them because, you know what? I'm gonna say whatever it is. He's got a big bank account. His dick is big. She's got big titties. She's cute. She's, I don't know, well known. He's established. There's all these things, and
but
that is not
there.
That's not a relationship. Yeah,
yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
And so, and when you build your relationship off of that, then you're doomed to fucking fail. And if you want to know the truth, via your question, who gives a shit? You guys should just separate and move your own, just go your own way. It's doomed to fail anyway, you know. But in a good relationship, again, I would not put it past this friend of mine to look at her, which, you know what, he already has.
Yeah.
He did, actually. He did.
You still friends with this guy?
Kinda. Kinda.
I'm a little
You know
different, man.
She's like, hey, man.
I'll cut a motherfucker off. I'm like, psh, nah, bro. I don't even know you no more. Yeah.
Well,
He's the kind of guy that will seize.
Who? Me or him? He?
Your friend is the kind of guy who will try to seize every single opportunity. So I don't see this as I'm special that he did this with me. But I also already knew that about him before I met him. So I kind of expected it to happen, and therefore I was prepared to get myself out of that situation before things crossed the line. So,
but Tina Bean is also she's studied in the art of bullshit. You know, yeah. So she's dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen her like. I'm like, how the fuck you get out of that? She's like, man, trust me, I got skills, motherfucker. I'm like, damn, that was good. Yeah, she knows how to. She's skilled. So yeah. So she looked at that moment and then told me about it, and I was like, what the fuck?
He wasn't given the opportunity to cross any lines because I just
and because his wife was there, right?
Yeah.
So is he the kind of friend that you know he's going to try to go that route with anybody, any of his friends, wives, or
what did you call him, Tina? What'd you call him? You called him something in the car.
I don't remember what I
called him. Like a horn dog. He's a horn dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's essentially it.
I feel like there's some people that it's like a challenge. Let me see how strong their relationship is. Let me see how far I can get, or how if she's really committed or if he's really committed. And then they go all the way and it's like, see, oh, your relationship wasn't nothing, you know?
Right. And they're testing. Like, what the fuck? Why would you test me? Don't. But they do that. Mm-hmm. I think it's a game to some people.
Right.
What I'd say what he's really trusting is if that guy was my friend, he'd be testing my friendship. He's not. Because he's testing me now. You continuously cross the line. It's like you're saying, man, fuck you. You my man. Like you saying, fuck me.
I know.
But trying to get him. Nah, man.
I'm gonna keep what I say to a minimum here because there's ongoing things. But so I'm just gonna let it go. But yeah, it's not cool. And you know, you did it once, and then guess what? You actually did it again. And little did you know, she looked at me and went, Larry. I was like, what's up? She's like, yeah, it wasn't anything big. It was a small shit, but nonetheless, it's a little aggressive move, you know? Like, hey, and I'm like, come on, man. And part of me wants to, we talked about this in the car on the way up here to the beach today. I'm like, part of me wants to look at his wife and go, sup, girl? I would never do that, but the part of me wants to like separate from who I am and go, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna fuck your wife. How about that? How's that gonna make you fucking feel? And when I do, don't you say a goddamn thing because you fucking deserve it. Right. I'm sorry. That's very aggressive, but that's how I feel. And that's not, I would never do that, but that's how I feel, and it's crazy because here I am watching somebody do what they do and listen to her go, yeah, so he did this. When you walked away, he said this and this to me. I'm like, what? And I know that's what he does.
Wow.
And the thing about it is, for me, with this particular friend, Larry's known this guy for so long and been so close to him for so long. he doesn't live anywhere near us. I don't have to deal with this man on a daily basis, monthly basis even.
Yeah, he's not next
So
door.
like for me, like if you guys still want to be friends and you still want to talk to him, that's cool. Don't expect me to engage with him though.
Yeah.
You know, if they happen to come into town again, like within certain limits, yes. If we want to go see a show, a concert, or something, but no, we're not going to go out drinking. We're not going to go partying. We're not going to hang out in that kind of environment. But I'm not going to. It wasn't so extreme to where I would say, "Oh, you're never allowed to talk to him again." I try not to get in the middle of friendships when it comes to stuff like that. You know, like
Did
you guys talk? I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be angry. But I'm not going to hang out with him. You know, like I'm not going to talk to him.
Tina, did you already tell them that we're talking about Chris? I mean, I don't know if you told him. I mean, Alicia, I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I know this is some fucked up shit right now. But
you're such a dick.
What?
You're so mean.
I just thought since we're talking about it, we should just bring it out. And there it is.
That was me.
This motherfucker right there.
I whoop his ass.
Right.
I can promise you this is the first time I've ever seen his face in my life.
This is why I was trying to be nice. But look, I'm the dick now. Whatever. Asshole.
Hey, well, that's cool, man. That's awesome, man. We really appreciate you giving your feedback and your input, man. We'll have some more topics, and you guys will definitely be a part of our family and part of these topics because we want to hear Larry Bear and Tina Bena's.
Right.
I see what you did.
I tell you, you guys are gonna have a lot of answers for a lot of people, man. We really pray for you guys. Thank you for everything, and continue to have that strong relationship that you two have, because it's dope, man. You got a dope relationship, man. You know, we use a hashtag called Cool Couples, man. Y'all cool couples, man. Hashtag.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys have a good night. We love you, man.
Thank you.
I got a kiss, man.
That's awesome.
Well, hey, thank y'all. We really appreciate it, man. And we will definitely be back in touch with y'all on the next topic or something. All right?
Right on, man.
Cool?
Right on.
All right. Thank y'all. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.